This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build, but not any old speed build. This is Discover University. I am so hyped, so excited. I know I'm probably going to be rambling. Please forgive me ahead of time, but you know, when you get a new world and a theme that is European in The Sims, if I could do face cam right now, I would, but I'm still in my dressing gown with a hoodie on and looking pretty awful. Also, I really wanted a British flag at this point to fly, but I don't have one. I know, fake British person. But anyway, yes, I'm so hyped. Once again, this is brought to you by EA Game Changers. Thank you very much for the early access. Most appreciative, because I just wanted to get straight into this pack. I have not managed to do any gameplay. I literally have had this for less than 48 hours at this point, so I haven't got a chance to do any gameplay whatsoever. I think for gameplay, you should probably look at the Sims live stream or some of the capture footage that happened from Sims Camp, because they had a bit more time. So, yes. I know what you want me to say, what I think about the windows and the doors, because if there's any pack that was made for me, it was this one, but we're going to leave this one till last. We're going to start off with my first impressions of Cass. That's what I do as soon as I get my early access. I always go into Cass first, even though I'm not a Cass person. You don't see any Cass here on the channel. That's what I always do. So I just have to say, hands down, this is the best Cass ever. I think I've seen several people say this, and I was like, whatever. Looked it again. I saw it on the live stream. I've seen it in the Sims Camp footage, and I was like, okay, yeah, it looks nice. In my game, it looks even better because I play at 4K and I can see every single detail, fold, crease, everything in these clothes. The clothes are so good. They're very, very much relaxed. I feel like that would be what I would wear on a day-to-day basis. And they are just, well, I would say they were focused very much on young adults. There's a few items in there that kind of look like you should be a lawyer wearing them. There is a new lawyer career, so I can see why that's in there. But hands down, best Cass ever. Bar none. I've never been so hyped for a Cass before. I'm very picky. I barely use EA Cass items, but I'll be using every single one. There's like a cashmere v-neck sweater and it's got stripes on the neckline. Yeah, it's my Sim self. I don't play with my Sim self, but if I did, they would be wearing that. So yes, highly recommend it for Cass. If you are someone that's into Cass, highly recommend it. There are plenty of reviews here on YouTube, just not by me. But getting into build by, because I think we want to get onto that. The windows and the doors, I can't believe we got so many. There are so many new windows and doors in this pack. They just went ham on it. There's basically, I think it's like, is it 20 or 25 new windows and doors together, everything. But I have picked them out and there's kind of 5 different sets of windows. There's kind of like a cottage style window. It's got some details on it. It's kind of like, almost Russian or gypsy like at the bottom, so that's kind of cottage one. There is a stone one, which actually isn't these ones. These are meant to be stone as well, but there's 2 different stone ones. There's ones with the curved arch at the top. That's a whole other set as well. So there's 2 different stone ones. There's the cottage one, there's modern ones. And I think there's 2 types of modern ones. That's what I'm thinking of. I've probably forgotten one. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm not too sure about the modern ones that have a really thick frame. I have no clue where I'm possibly going to use those. I'll give myself a challenge to use them, but I can't see myself using them. I just want skinnier and skinnier window frames, not fatter and fatter ones. So just that one's not for me. But yeah, these traditional, these are Georgian windows. I think they've kind of gone Georgian and almost Renaissance. Not Gothic. Yeah, I would say between the two. I am very much happy that these are in the game now. Of course, I am Miss Picky, and Perfectionist is also one of my many middle names, and they are a little bit too simple for me, I'm gonna say. A little bit. They got the shape down pat and everything, but I would just love it if they had a bit more detail. Of course, you all know I use Felixandra content here, and that has detail, a lot of it, and I would just maybe like the Sims have to have added a little bit more detail. I'm not expecting as much as Felixandra's content because that's never going to happen, but a little bit more. And in the game, you can add that more detail without it impacting on gameplay. For example, most of the 3D elements, like at the top of that door, the detail there is not 3D. That is just called a normal, and it makes it look like it's 3D, but all that detail isn't there. So yeah, I would have loved them to put those kind of extra details into the windows, especially maybe in the pediments could have been decorative or something like that. But yeah, also this set, I think it's meant to be stone and wood, but it kind of looks a bit plastic to me. It doesn't have enough texture in it to make it obvious that it is meant to be stonework. So I would have liked an extra bit of texture, but the other stone set does have more texture on it, which I think is great. They actually, I feel like, should have combined those two and made them one set, because the swatches on those two different stone sets do not match, apart from the white swatch. I'm gonna have to tell you that. There is one, I think I use a window from the second set in the end on the top level, and it has a very similar swatch colour to this, but it's slightly lighter, and I can tell, but I had to let it go for proportion's sake. I had to let it go. So yeah, that's the case. I've already had questions about retextures and add-ons for these windows and doors, and let me just say that those are at the top of my CC to-do list. I have something else, lots of builds to do for the channel, but top of the CC list when I have time is those windows and doors. Me and Felix are going to work our magic on those windows and doors, and so yeah, I'm not too sure when that's going to be out. We have not penciled it into diary yet. Obviously he has Patreon as first priority, so those are gonna have to wait until kind of, I don't know if it's going to be the beginning of next month or something that we're going to be able to start working on them, basically. But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing an add-on set for that, and that will include all of the original swatches, different variations on the meshes for placement, because I really wanted to put a window right in the middle of this build on the top two levels, and I couldn't because I didn't have a 3-tile placement. Definitely going to have 3-tile placement of those windows. So yeah, mesh edits, all the original swatches, plus we're going to do the swatches to match his content so that you can mix and match these in with his content when you see fit. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yes, of course, future builds, I'm definitely going to be using Felixandra content. You know me. It does look beautiful, this world. I placed some of his items out, and I was just like, kill me now. So yeah, I'm just excited to kind of do that little add-on set, so we're fully fleshed out. I'm sure Peacemaker will do his own add-on set in a while, but I think this is far down his list. Maybe someone else will tackle them, but I think it's great to have multiple add-on sets because you all kind of come at it from a different angle. and I'm just here for it. The more variety and choice, the merrier for me. But anyway, yes, I suppose I should really talk about the build. Oh, can I just... I've talked about the windows and doors, but I haven't really talked about the other build by items. I feel like University is not a kind of standalone expansion pack, if you get what I mean. You know, there's some expansion packs that just are great for everything. I think the items that come with this are very, very good for maybe like your kids' bedrooms, your teenage bedrooms. Great items for that. I don't normally really see them being used in my general builds. I've got to say that, but I feel like they really go well hand in hand. Other expansion packs go well in this world. Get Together, I think, goes great with University. So if you're looking to get some expansion packs and you want to know which ones will go well, I definitely think Get Together goes so well in this world. It's another European world. The items go here. I could definitely see it in other lots like Tudor buildings and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend Get Together. I'm thinking what other packs I've used in this build. I've used Jungle Adventures, but that was for the block work, so you don't necessarily. You could replace that with columns instead if you don't have Jungle Adventure. But base game items definitely go well in here. I'm just trying to think of the other expansion packs. I've used a few City Living things, I think. I'm trying to think what expansion packs there are in this game. I'm sure they'll come to me along the way. But yeah, I do like the build by kind of IKEA look to the student stuff. But yeah, again, I think those are very much going to stay mostly in my University builds and not so much in my regular builds, to be quite honest. And yeah, I just think it goes well and sits well with the other items we have in game, which I think is very important, that you can mix and match. And yeah, I know when I went to EA Play, I did builds just using base game and island living, which actually was very, very easy to do. I found that really easy. I think I find it a little bit harder to do builds with University and base game. I think I maybe might miss a few items from other packs. So yeah, that's my little spin on it. What else are we going to say? I think I should actually get onto this build. I know I've rambled. That was basically my general gist. Yes, I would recommend this pack. I just love the whole concept of University. If University is not for you, obviously this pack is not going to be for you because it is University. But I really do like the items that came with it. I don't think I've seen any items gone ugh. There are a few little things like, the texture on the windows. I'm pretty sure the one with the pediment, also this desk, there's a cutout feature here. And all of the computers slightly overhang that cutout, which is just triggering my eye, is like flicking. Also the curtains, I feel like the curtains that I've used here, they don't seem to snap onto the window properly. They just seem to go on the wall at a standard height. And they don't really seem to have snapped to the windows properly. So I had to kind of nudge them up with the 9 key maybe 2 or 3 times to get them in the place that actually looked good. What else? And also the window that I've used on the second floor, which has the pediment on it, whenever I was trying to put blinds up on those, the blinds were snapping to the outside of the window, not the inside. I'm not too sure. I know how to make windows in the game, so I think maybe they've labelled the inside as the outside and the outside as the inside when they've made them, because the blinds keep snapping to the outside of the window. Heads up. Also, if you do spot any bugs, by the way, there is a website, AQHQ. Is that how you say it? AHQ? AHQ, I'm pretty sure. And you can post all the bugs and search for bugs that are already known and stuff like that. Bugs, speaking of bugs, the plus and minus keys for scrolling through swatches is slightly balked at the moment. They just both scroll the same way. You can't go back and forwards. You can just go one way around the swatches. So that's one of the things. The whole terrain paint jumping all over the place and the mouse jumping to plants is still there. What else? I'm sure there's something that's going to come to me. No, I'm not thinking of it right now. Nope, not getting it. So, yeah, think I am mostly happy with this pack. I would definitely recommend it. I don't think you're gonna buy it and say it's a waste of money by any long shot. So yeah, that's just my general opinion. And I'm sure I'll think of others, and the more I actually get to play with it, the more opinions I'm going to be able to have. So definitely stay tuned for future builds, and I'll be giving more opinions on the stuff and how usable it is. You know, I've only built this one build, so this is just my opinion after one build. Talk to me in a few weeks after I've done many builds, and I'll have a better formed opinion. So anyway, that's it. On to this build. Woo! Okay, that was a long ramblings. I feel tired now already. I just need a sip of my cup of tea. Yep, I'm very British. So, this build is called Blackwing House. It is the on-campus housing for Brightchester University, the best university, I've got to say. I am definitely Team Brightchester. It's British. What can I say? I feel very patriotic right now. Yes, I was thinking, what have I not seen people do? And I was like, I haven't seen anyone tackle this lot yet in the Sims Camp footage. So I decided to do it. And then I just settled on it. And then I spoke to Evelyn, Evelyn Sims, aka Rosa. And she's also working on that lot. And I was like, okay. And then I messaged Freezer Bunny. Leo, and yeah, he was also working on that lot, and I was like, right, okay, we all had the same thinking patterns then. But yeah, so you're gonna have plenty of choice for this lot. But yeah, this one, I started off, I wanted this very much to blend in with the university shells that are around here. It's very, very cute lot, isn't it? It's got canals all the way around it. It's so picturesque. You'll see it in the screenshot. You will see it even in the thumbnail. It's so gorgeous here. The world is stunningly beautiful. So I went with something that fitted in with the shells. I've kept the outside pretty much how I see it originally being. And then, of course, the inside is totally different. I don't know if it would have been built like this. I don't know if they've maybe repurposed another building and turned it into housing rather than it being built for this purpose. That's kind of what I had in my mind. But yeah, I kind of did the outside to look cute. But it kind of looked like a residence. Like it looked like a normal residential lot. Almost reminded me of High Grove as well, if you watched that video. And I was just like, it just needs to be more university-like. So I put a banner out there. I've put a freestanding floor banner outside the front door, so that the entranceway, so that you know this is a university building. Put the university folding chairs out on the deck that is outside. Also put a juice keg out there and stuff. Just those little touches just kind of brought it to life for me. And then I just started getting into this. I kind of did the outside, and then I was a little kind of procrastinating the inside a little bit. I did the floor plan and everything. I knew that, and I did the walls and the floors. And then when it came to finishing, I kind of delayed it a little bit, took a little break, came back to it, and did that first common room area that you just saw flash on your screen. And still it wasn't sitting well. And then I started to put all the posters on the wall and all those little bits of clutter, and it just came to life. You've seen me go around and put all of those fire exit signs above all of the all the doors in this entire building, and I just felt like that I don't know, just finding that one piece of decor just brought everything together for me and brought me into the perfect mindset for this build. Putting the fire exit signs, I know I've been into like dorms before and they've had that. My own university experience, I didn't have dorms. It was just a small art college working its way to be a university. So they didn't have dorms for everyone to stay in. So I had to go straight into just renting out a house. But yeah, in the they had a small amount of dorms, and I've been in there, and I've been into friends' dorms, you know, where I visited, and fire exit signs, the fire extinguisher there must have in all of these places normally. Yeah, so those little touches kind of brought it to life for me, and I was very, very, very happy that I found all those, and yeah, it just got me in the right frame of mind, and I just started putting posters and everything everywhere. Otherwise it was just going to look like a nice home, you know, that students just happen to live in. But I feel like those kind of clutter items, including like even the bikes, we got bikes. How did I forget this? Yes, we got bikes. I've put those all in the hallways. So lots of people have decided to bring their bikes in, those in the hall. Just those little items, I really, 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 really enjoyed the way that this came out. I wasn't expecting it. I was kind of like, yeah. I think I remembered starting off putting the wallpapers in. I was like, oh, this is not gonna look good. Not gonna look at all. I messaged someone, was just like, this whole furnishing this not to look nice thing is just so unnatural to me. Like, I can't work under these conditions. But I'm happy that I persevered, and I think it came out really well. I would definitely use this myself, and it's totally CC free. What can I say? And I didn't feel like I needed CC on the interior for this at all. The university builds, I don't feel like I'm going to need CC for the interiors. Of course, the outside, I'm of course always going to want some. But these, I don't know, the more university linked builds, definitely not gonna need CC, because they ain't that pretty inside, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I made sure to put, you know, carpet on the floor because it looks disgusting. That's from Dine Out, by the way, that carpet. Yeah, I made carpet in the bedrooms. Wood flooring. I didn't see, you know, dorms having wood flooring, but I didn't want to use the new carpet. We got a new like hexagonal carpet thing, tiled carpet that came with the game. Yeah, not on my watch is all I'm going to say on that carpet. I also didn't use the coloured walls that came with the pack, just because they didn't have a skirting board at the bottom, and I really wanted a skirting board for this build. That was simply it. Otherwise, I would have used them. Definitely going to be using them in like Foxbury dorms and stuff. So items I haven't used in this pack, don't think it's because in this build, don't think it's because I don't like them. It is simply because I just didn't fit into this build in particular. But yeah. So, some more details about this build. There are 9 beds in this build, which means you can fit up to 9 Sims in here. So, in the university, you can fit up to 10 Sims in a residence when you have the whole roommate thing. So there's going to be, if you send your Sim here, there's going to be 8 other people in here. I wanted to do a like wide variety of different types of bedrooms. So you'll see I've started off with most of them are single bedrooms. When you get to the top floor, which is actually on the shortest wall height, it goes from tallest wall height, medium, and then shortest wall height in this build. Those are the slightly more, I'm going to call them down market, slightly cheaper ones. I feel like they would charge different amounts for the different dorms. So the first one I did was green and yellow themes, very much into their school spirit for Brightchester, and a little bit more sporty maybe. I see this as a mixed dorm, so I haven't done it all kind of girly-fied or boy-fied, if you get what I mean. So it's a kind of mixed of different appearances and maybe a little bit gender neutral in some of them. This is a study room, by the way, that I'm doing here. And I've done, so the green and yellow bedroom, which is kind of happy-go-lucky kind of bedroom. I've done a blue one, which I saw as more of a biology student. Maybe they plan to become a vet or something, and or a doctor. But I've put vet posters up on there because we had lots of vet posters from cats and dogs. And then I decided, hey, we're going to do one where it has a double bed in there. So I did that kind of pink, more girly bedroom. I definitely had Elle Woods from Legally Blonde in mind when I did that. I saw that as maybe a bit, maybe it could have had more pink, to be quite honest, for it to be an Elle Woods kind of build. But yeah, that was definitely much in mind. So I want there to be a big variety of builds. So we're now actually on to the top level of buildings. Everyone also on the first floor, the first two bedrooms, the smaller ones, have a shared bathroom, so they only have to share with one other person. The L Pinky Woods bedroom has its own ensuite. These bedrooms up here, actually, the one on the left, I don't actually show you because I literally copied and pasted and changed the colours of the bedroom directly below it, so it's exactly the same. But these bedrooms up here have to share a common bathroom. There is one bathroom in the middle and they have to share them. They also here, this is double room where they have to share a room, and the one next to it also that you'll see me doing a little bit is a shared one, and then the first one of course is by itself, but they all have a shared bathroom. So I'm like, these are the cheapest bedrooms that you can have here at Brightchester housing. So yeah, these are the cheapest ones, but I also do a kind of big bedroom, has a like a sitting area, everything, and that's a more expensive one, and that has its own ensuite. So yeah, I think you can pretty much find a dorm for everything here. And of course downstairs in the kitchen, you can't have stoves in university housing, so I've put a cafeteria down there, like, you know, they bring in someone to make the meals. I've also made sure to put a microwave and mini fridge into every single bedroom. Here in Europe, while I'm talking about the UK, we definitely are allowed stoves. I know this is this whole debate. There are no stoves allowed. Definitely in dorms, you would always have a shared kitchen, and that would include a stove. We very much trust our students to not burn down the place, so we don't limit them to microwaves. There would be a full working functional kitchen for every dorm. So yeah, I would like a stove. I'm sure there's some mod that's going to override that or something maybe. So yeah, I'd like a stove, please, if possible. Because at university I still actually made real meals, believe it or not. Yeah, so I think there is a good variety of them. I've cut out all the footage actually of the hallways, but up here, of course, I put a foosball table as well, which I think is very great. And I've just done kind of university colours everywhere in all the halls. Kept it all the same wallpaper, which I think it would be. It's kind of difficult to get into that mindset of not wanting each room to be totally stylish and unique. But it is student housing. And it's university-owned student housing, not just a house that students can rent. So I wanted to make sure that I kept with that theme. But yeah, lots of details. I love like the pin boards and all the wall decor items you got with this pack. And yeah, it's just, I really did enjoy it. I didn't think I would enjoy building this, but I really have enjoyed it. We're coming towards the end of this. Is the last bedroom that we're going to be doing, so I'll just tell you what plans I have. I think I incorrectly said there was going to be a build every single day in my last video. In my family apartment build, incorrect. I'm trying to do a build every other day. I do not build that quickly, let me tell you, especially when there's CC involved. So that's what we're aiming to do, is a build every other day for universities. You can have the builds coming out. You should be able to fill out your game pretty damn quickly. They are going to be a combination of CC free and CC builds. I'm happy to say that I am able to build without CC for university. It's a much relief. I couldn't do it for Realm of Magic, which I was most disappointed about, but I can for this one, so there's going to be a combination between the two. Definitely very much CC free for Foxbury because it's modern. There's no requirement for CC in that one. Yeah, and it is going to be a full-on world renovation. In case you missed my last video, it's going to be a full-on world renovation. I'm going to be doing every single lot possible. This is just the first of them. We'll get all the way through, and then maybe we'll do we'll release the world save. Maybe we'll do a few alternatives that you can put into your game if you want to change it up. If I have multiple ideas for the same lot, we can do something like that. But yeah, I am so happy to be showing you this. I would love to know what your first impressions are when you get to the game and everything. But yeah, I'm just so happy to have this university now and looking forward to everything that is to come. So we are on to the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very, very soon. Bye guys.